No, what's gonna make you feel better?
I'm actually on medication, so I probably just feel just a little days off. Just get some rest. But of course, you know the show's got to go on.
Yeah,
and I have to do the job. Either ways you do it, we have to just be here every single day of the week, Mondays to Saturday, just to serve premium content to the people. Wow. It's been about the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal today, though. So I wish I'll stay the whole whatever we have to be here, you know.
All right, Judgment Day is still going on, but hey. we have to go on with the show. By the way, 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗪 takes on 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗪 later on. That starts about 6:45. 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗪, that's the lady who also said 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗪 and is trailing by sets to Arena Sabalanka, but she's trying to make a comeback in the second. She lost the first set 6-1, but leads in the second by 3-2. We'll see if she can take this one into decide. All right, planning to discuss on the program this evening. We talked a lot about referees yesterday, right? So the show we talked about that was going to air today on TNE and Sky actually aired yesterday was before. You know, Ref Mike Talk, that's the name of the show. I would go back on Owen, and I saw a bit of it. They talked about.
I did also.
Yeah,
and I really feel it's justifiable. I think it gives a more lengthy conversation around it as against the ref watch that just picks This one gives more elaborate conversation around it. And for someone like you that thinks technology bringing into sports, we just take the shine of. I think I'm going to have a different opinion about it, but now because now we have more open people getting into the conversation, and I'm really excited. I was happy when I saw that it was brought forward yesterday, and I was like, this is really good. On the show, and it's really good. It's really good.
We spoke about it yesterday. My major reservation was whether or not it was just going to be pretty much an extended version of Ref Watch, but it was different in the sense that we actually got inside information. Hear the referees talking, and we got to hear the thought process at which they arrive at that decision.
What did you make of the whole thought process that led to the cancellation of the AKINYODE penalty?
Actually, I saw the reason, even though we all agreed. I don't think that was even a controversial decision. We all agreed that was not a penalty.
No, I thought that was a penalty though.
At first, it looked like a penalty.
Because I think the moment Casemiro and most of the other guys, the moment they come in together, I think that something
no matter how minimal the contact was, it's an obstruction on goal, and it's a clear penalty. So the flip of it is that if you did not award the penalty, then you should have just issued a yellow card to Kai Havertz for diving or simulation.
I think that's where the nuance comes in. I don't think they acknowledge the touch. They just don't believe that it was enough for a penalty. So they're not saying Havertz dived. That it is not enough. It is not enough for a penalty.
By the way, that got me thinking while watching Mike Top yesterday on Sky. That do you guys have anyone, or even personally, individually for you guys, did you guys grow up wanting to be a referee, or do you know anyone who grew up not wanted to be a footballer and say that I want to be a referee?
I've never wanted to be a footballer. I've always wanted to be a sport journalist, but never a referee.
Never a referee.
But at some point, I was privileged to officiate some domestic games while I was in Jos, and I felt like probably I would have had a really decent career as a referee.
But you did a bad job at it, right?
I did a really good job. I was unbiased. I didn't know any of the team, so it was easy for me to get the job done.
But for the Nigerian referees, I'd like to also know if they really grew up wanting to be a referee.
Is a one-time options.
I don't know. It is not that bad to anything. But I think it's referees. The referee work is there for the people that discover early that they cannot make it at.
That's weird.
No, that's weird. That's why I say it. Like maybe at least you have self-awareness.
A lot of people have actually been on the referee line as early as 6, 7, 9 years old.
Yes,
actually choosing to be. Truth is this: a lot of people actually feel.
I think some people, or I don't have the numbers once again, but I feel that some guys some referees just walked into it like unconsciously. Probably you're somewhere in the game and they just the referee. I think you can do it. You feel like you watch the game every weekend and you are.
There are times you make some calls and you're like, okay, this was. I think the particular penalty we were talking about, the Kai Havertz penalty. When I was watching the game, I think all of the guys around there were Arsenal fans, and I was the only one that said this was not a penalty, and everyone that tried to explain, I'm just being released, and I'm like, this is not a penalty. It was going to be upturned, and it was.
Anyways, if you grew up wanting to be a referee, hit us up. Let me know your thought process leading to that. In Nigeria. Alright, call us up on 09136000410. We're gonna take a break, but we'll come back. I'm coming back with, I think I'm gonna keep this one constant with my question thing, but this time I will come back with questions relating to number 4. Yeah. 𝗪𝗵𝗫 𝗦𝗪 is United's latest number 4, right? My question is related to number 4. Hey, stick around for that one. Don't go anywhere.
You gotta love it.
When your whole world comes crashing down, please look up. Assemble the team.
It's showtime.
Brains, wake it up.
What'd you have for breakfast?
We are the sound of Lagos, and this is Mainland 98.3 FM.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
Omo, our eye don't see way for this cash palava. As conductor dey shout,
as you enter sweater with your change.
market women go dey holla.
I beg, this somebody don't tell, no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say,
Okay, we don't get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
when you come see that better yama roasted fish wey don dey hungry you since you come.
I don't carry my wallet come out too.
See life not suppose hard like this o. Na im make all of us for Naija dey pay for everything with Momo. Dial *671# or download the new Momo app make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
Are you seeking admission into a tertiary institution in Nigeria? Here is a big opportunity for you. The 2022-2023 admission into 𝗀𝗁cie Polytechnic is now open. Available courses are Computer Science, Theatre and Media Arts, Mass Communication, Science Laboratory Technology, Electronics Engineering, Accounting, Banking Operations, Business Administration, Multimedia Technology. Qualified students should have scored 100 and above in the last JAMB exam. Facilities at 𝗀𝗁cie Polytechnic include well-equipped studio and laboratories, modern classrooms, innovative workshop, recreation space, and fully functional hostels. Our lecturers and tutors combine both academic and industry experience. Full-time and part-time admission forms are available for the 2022-2023 academic session at the campus 𝗀𝗁cie Polytechnic, Plot 100, Alhaji Onilewura Street, Ikotun Egbe, Lagos State. 𝗀𝗁cie Polytechnic is approved by JAMB, NBTE, and the Federal Ministry of Education. For more information, please call Moses 091-6254-0610, Wale 091-6292-7079, Praise 091-6269-9996, Adelanwa 081-2658-0784, or visit our website www.ecocity.edu.ng. 𝗀𝗁cie Polytechnic, building industry-ready professionals.
Yes, who are you?
What's up, Pop? I'm Young Love Booty, your daughter Nina's boyfriend.
God forbid.
Last month, Nina gave me this phone to repair, and she called asking me to return the SIM urgently.
Ah, that's my old Airtel SIM. Why didn't you say so before? Nina, dear, Young Love Booty is here.
Do anything to get your Airtel SIM back on if you haven't used it for 30 days or more. To enjoy 12 minutes voice call and 120 megabyte free on every recharge. Recharge 100 Naira and down. *141 *341 *1# now.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Welcome back, Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. I'll get to the question a bit, but we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure if you can catch us on radio, you can catch us online. You follow us on YouTube, it's Mainland 98.3 FM. On Facebook, it's Mainland FM 98.3. Drop a comment, Tunde Young will do justice to that. Alright, let's get to the question. By the way, Sabalenka leads in the second set by 4-3, and she's 7 to make it 5-3. Alright, so Sofia Amrabat has been confirmed as Manchester United's new number 4, taking the vacant number after finally arriving on loan from Florence, that's Fiorentina. And actually just 6 players before the Morocco International have worn the jersey since official squad numbers were introduced in the 93-94 season, and they're quite a mix of names. And all I'm asking you is just give me about 3-4 players, United players who have won the jersey number 4. That's all you have to do. Alright, Kay joins us right now. Hello, Kay.
Good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, Kay. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
Alright, I'm doing fine as well. Did you get the question?
Yes, I just got a gist of the question. Let me just try.
All right, you have just 10 seconds to be able to serve that.
Steve Bruce,
all right.
Phil Jones, and Eric Cantona.
All right.
I remember 3.
All right, thank you very much, McKay. Let you know if you get something at the end of the day. But I mean, Eric Cantona was a very strange one. But anyways, we'll see how that pans out. Let's take the next caller. Although I'm sure this is open to people quickly googling it, right? Hello. But it's all good. Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise.
All
right, what's your name again?
Hi,
do you want to give my question a go?
Yeah, I'm a Man United fan. The first name that came to my mind is Owena Graves.
Owena Graves, okay.
Steve Bruce.
All right.
Steve Jones.
Steve Jones. Stephen Jones, right?
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones. All right.
The one that came to collect pension.
All right. Nice one. I don't know if you remember, right?
Yeah. I'm about
no, really, baby. Thank you very much. All right, very interesting. And Phil Jones, by the way, I understand he's been so United player anymore. I didn't even know until today.
No, he was released very early in the transfer.
Yeah, but he's back with the academy.
That's it. He's using the facilities to train, but he's not. He's a free
agent. He doesn't get injured again.
He's a free agent. And it's good. I don't even see him signing for maybe a championship club, maybe a League One club, maybe just to get regular football again.
But to be honest, I mean, whilst because a lot of people don't remember that while he was at Blackburn Rovers, he caused a transfer issue, not issue, but there was a transfer tussle between Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger on who was going to get Phil Jones. I thought his first season was solid, won the title, actually. Right?
He was a very highly rated youngster. Joined United, quite young, and at the time he was the talk of the town, like you said.
It's a very interesting call I want to take because it joins us on Saturday Sports Cruise, but you'll probably not know that he's the one calling, right? Thanks to Truecaller. Jibola, how you doing? Oh, Jibola ran away.
He got busted.
Right? Alright, you can go on. But injuries did him dirty, right?
Injuries did him dirty, and the less you play, the less confidence you get, and then you become a meme material, and it's just downhill from there. And right now, I can't even fathom. He's still just 31 years old, by the way. So,
and it looks like he's been here forever.
So I can't even fathom him playing professionally for any club right now.
Anyways, thank you. We thank him for those funny faces he always offers us. Yeah, those funny faces. Made 6 Premier League appearances in his final 4 years at Old Trafford, and he was on a hefty wage. Yeah, he earned quite a lot at Manchester United.
So that's a regular thing at United.
Yeah, earned quite a lot. All right, so I think nobody will be able to get that, but Cantona definitely is off it.
Yeah. I don't Cantona even wages in number 4.
Honestly, I think that if you're going to even rank the greatest number guys to have won the number 4 for you, because you only gave United 1 full season and injury struck too. But that one season was really glorious.
I mean, he came in from Bayern, almost like a done player. But I mean, he went ahead to win the Premier League for both Manchester clubs. Remember, he also won the league. He won the Champions League as well.
Yeah. So his debut season was one of the greatest in United history. Yeah, it was one of the greatest. Champions League, Premier League title, and I thought it was really good, but persistent knee problems just restricted him to 4 Premier League appearances after that excellent debut campaign. And another number 4 having here is David May. He also gets in years since 1992. Phil Jones mentioned him. There's Gabriel Heinze.
Oh
yeah, Gabriel Heinze. Yeah. I mean, fantastic player, fantastic left back. On his day,
I never forget that goal against Nigeria.
Against Nigeria, right? Yeah, that was 06.
It was 06.
Yeah, it was 06. Yeah.
Was it 06 or 2010? Was it?
No, it was 2010.
It was 2010.
It was 2010. South Africa.
He won goal in South Africa.
Yeah.
That flying header.
And there's also one of the Premier League title, 06 or 07. Played a huge part, but the beginning of the end for him was Patrice Evra. I mean, Evra showed up and
that was it.
Then his legacy was hurt by him trying to go to Liverpool. That didn't help. All right. I mean, the one that comes so dear to me is 𝗪𝗪 Veron.
Veron won number 4.
Yes. Yes. It was number 4.
Number 75.
𝗪𝗪 Veron. I mean, so dear to me. Fantastic player. But it just didn't work out at United.
Didn't work out anyway.
Yeah. No.
He didn't come.
He was a player who came at the wrong time.
I was talking about the England experience.
Okay.
I was talking about his time in England.
Even some United fans will still regard him as
one of the best.
His
first season, his first season wasn't that bad. maybe it was his first season wasn't spectacular in relation to what we knew about him at the time, coming in as the most expensive player in British
football. 28 million
at the time. But he had a solid first season.
He came at the wrong. It was the right guy at the wrong time.
I think
if
that
come back like 3 years later, it would have been perfect for Manchester United. Because United were in the midst of this 4-4-2 where their former midfielders were very methodical guys. Beckham on the right, Giggs on the left, Scholes and Roy Keane in midfield. It was perfect, and anybody that came to unbalance it was never great to have. Exactly. But Veron was special on Champions League nights as well for Manchester United. I remember his assist for Liga Solskjaer. Fantastic. I mean, on Champions League nights, Veron, because I thought the game in Europe was a bit slower for him, but in the Premier League, it was really fast. When we talk about the Premier League fast, it's not just IPO. The Premier League is really fast. Yeah, a lot of players come and struggle. They come to really struggle. So I think we just did a roll of about 5 players. Yeah, we've done.
I definitely don't know David May. I completely forgot about.
I fully forgot about Veron as well.
I forgot Veron Waffle. Even hindsight, I think
Veron did 2 years. Even the second season was not bad. He always he couldn't go on a run. It will give you flashes, then go back. You give flashes. Then I think, then Fergie went sold into Chelsea for 15 million. I mean, that's still good money. Yeah, wasn't that good at Chelsea? All right, all right. That's all United. Sofiane Amrabat to win number 4. And guys, do you think he goes straight? Does he go straight into the lineup?
Is he injured?
Yeah, when he comes back, when he's fit up fully, I mean, after the international break, do you think he walks straight up into the United lineup?
I think so. Unfortunately, again, in January, himself alongside Andre Onana would have to be away from the team for AFCON, which is going to be a big.
Oh, man, this is something different. Onana is saying he's back with Cameroon for just 1 game.
What's that? Well, I don't understand.
That is what it said. I mean, I saw that story today. He's back for the Burundi game this weekend. After that.
What's the 1 game for?
Remember, the Burundi game is very crucial for them, right?
So what's the 1 game for? I mean, I think the player power thing, really, it's going to be impossible for it to be checked, though. But then, I mean, you look at those things. You actually walked out of the team because you couldn't play. You should probably decide not to align your thoughts with the pattern of the player. You did for sure, no, but you said we're not going to play the way your manager wants you to play. You said you want to be the sweeper, goalkeeper. I mean, in the Manchester United Arsenal game, he actually made 42 successful passes and ended up considering 3 goals in that game. So I'm trying to understand the justification for it. By the way, so if you cannot align with your national team manager, then you feel you want to do your thing, you have to step away from the clubs, from the team.
National team manager is trying to change that. Who's
superior? Who's superior? A player on the team.
Why would the manager try to correct like the USP of that? Like that's when you think of what.
Why he doesn't fall into your own line? When he doesn't click with you?
Like saying the Brazilian national team coach wants Ederson to stop doing what that. Then that why do you?
Of course, if you want him to, you can. I don't think Onana has such a huge influence.
Honestly, I'm split here. I don't know who to side. Is it go with Song or Onana? Because Song has a way he wants his team to play.
He's the manager.
So use another goalkeeper then. Don't try to change the so why is he only like that is all you.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Onana apart from other goalkeepers, the fact that he can pass, the fact that he likes to play like he's not.
Yes. So you want to change that? Today, I've seen John Mikel Obi play as a 4 for Chelsea, play as a 8 for the Super Eagles. So you can actually do all of that in Manchester United as Onana, and then always find a way to align your thought with the plan of the national team manager. You can never be bigger than your national team manager, and I'll continue to say this over and over again. You said what?
You are talking like coaches cannot make mistakes.
Coaches
songs of the Onana's style is maybe too risky for.
Exactly. He said he wants to build it. He wants to build from the back with his defenders, and not the goalkeeper just launching balls forward. I mean, a manager is as good as his last job. So if he tells you this, I want to play, and the goalkeeper is not playing along that way, and they keep losing, they'll sack the manager. The goalkeeper remains. Okay, we're talking about Amrabat actually before we brought in the Onana. So I think he goes into that Manchester United team effortlessly
alongside Casemiro, right?
It's good to
where's this all Casemiro has been found out? Where's it coming from?
I don't think he
found out. Who talks about him being found out?
Just, but also there's a clear natural decline. Maybe it's just in bad form.
I don't think it's a
natural decline.
It's not sustained enough for us to consider it.
But I think the problem with United is not even a Casemiro decline or whatever. I think it's more of the imbalance in midfield.
Yes, actually, I agree. But also Casemiro himself has been not as you know.
It's not the
I agree. You forget he's not a young man anymore.
No, that's United went trying to spend how much?
70 million. Almost like I took his best years out, so I mean it's more like trying to deal with the leftover.
What do you mean by took his best years out?
Did you live in Mango? Anyway, Casemiro is the most dribble pass player in the Premier League. All those stats don't mean.
He does. Oh no, it doesn't mean.
No, that particular stat to me is nonsense. But
I mean, it's just put it in context.
It suits this argument, so that's how easy.
What he get back?
Oh, we're talking Manchester United. Let's go into the halfway mark on the show with this one. Like all eyes on, Judgment Day, right? There's also all eyes on United. What they do with Anthony, right? Because
they released the world most useless club.
Finally come out to give their statement on the situation with Anthony and Brazil. They insist they are taking allegations made against Anthony seriously after his former girlfriend accused him of abuse. But their position is not well known yet. What they're saying is they've confirmed that they are aware of the claims and police looking into the matter. And they note that the police are conducting inquiries. Pending further information, the club will be making no further comment.
If you need the content right now, I'm here. Like, I don't even charge that much.
But Etafe will be celebrating right now because Anthony is going to play for Etafe.
Come on. That's where they take him to now.
Oh yeah.
You see where they're celebrating in the Greenwood.
Anthony Greenwood and Ederson now. Etafe by winning.
Bro, they've actually
imagine it. Anthony Greenwood, Ederson now from injury.
Today.
Yeah,
Getafe had released more than 100 contents about Mr. Greenwood.
Getafe they've gotten over 15,000 followers on Twitter just since Greenwood joined. Yeah.
So imagine he
actually joins. Yeah.
But then, I'm not.
I would like to see how United deal with this because what made the CBF, that's the federation in Brazil, drop Anthony? It's a very, very serious matter.
Because they said it's a serious allegation.
Yes, they said they want to protect the victim or the alleged victim. They also want to protect the player and they want to protect the name of the federation. Now, if Manchester United if they don't get intentional about this, if they don't go really straight and direct about this and they want to corner it, it's going to just pop up with a soil house. Okay, we had Mr. Greenwood, also Manchester United and players that are having issues with domestic violence, and it's not good for the PR. And this is Manchester United team that they can't even define who the owners is right now. They've been around the issue of ownership. The Glazer family wanted them to take the club out of sales table and all of that. So it's a bad time for this Anthony, and it didn't just happen right now. But actually, the story came out a few months ago, but they kind of found a way to kill it off until the Brazil Federation actually said, you know what, let us suspend.
I don't even think they killed it. This is a case of they wanted, they were. At first, the game was just allegations. So obviously, investigations have been going on, and it's looking more.
All eyes on United. I mean, there is the Mason Greenwood case to follow. That's a very recent precedent.
It's crazy because Anthony was literally signed because of Greenwood's incident.
Exactly.
If Greenwood did not have that incident, there's no way United shell out $100 million to sign Anthony.
And I've always asked, what exactly is Anthony's role at Manchester United?
We'll talk about that one maybe next week.
But he's a right winger, dancing winger.
This case with Greenwood almost has the same pattern with Anthony. There are also evidences, WhatsApp audios and pictures and all the sorts. Is also the same thing with Anthony, and it'll be nice to see. Not nice, it'll be interesting to see what United do with all of this in the coming days.
The only difference is United fans might actually be happy about this.
No, I like to see this. Really?
My TL has been full of celebration.
Alright, let's start at the break. Let's pay some bills. We'll come back. We'll take your calls. Remember, I'm asking you guys if you need any friends or personally for you, did you grow up wanting to be a referee? Share with us on 0913600410. It's the Judgment Day edition of Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
Will you be saved at the end time? Will you follow Jesus on his way up? Or will you be set ablaze in the fires of hell and nothing will be done to save you?
Yeah, I know what this is.
98.3 Mainland FM.
Our eye don't see rain for this cash palava. As conductor dey shout,
as you enter sweater with your change.
Market women go dey holla.
I beg, this somebody don't say I no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go dey tell you say,
okay, we don't get change. I beg, use on take sweet now.
When you come see that better yama roasted fish, you know they hungry you since you come.
Let me carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not suppose hard like this, so now make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial *671# or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
Are you seeking admission into a tertiary institution in Nigeria? Here is a big opportunity for you. The 2022-2023 admission into 𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃 Polytechnic is now open. Available courses are Computer Science, Theatre and Media Arts, Mass Communication, Science Laboratory Technology, Electronics Engineering, Accounting, Banking Operations, Business Administration, Multimedia Technology. Qualified students should have scored 100 and above in the last JAMB exam. Facilities at 𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃 Polytechnic includes well-equipped studio and laboratories, modern classrooms, innovative workshop, recreation space, and fully functional hostels. Our lecturers and tutors combine both academic and industry experience. Full-time and part-time admission forms are available for the 2022-2023 academic session at the campus 𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃 Polytechnic, Plot 100, Alhaji Onilewura Street, Ikotun-Egbe, Lagos State. 𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃 Polytechnic is approved by JAMB, NBTE, and the Federal Ministry of Education. For more information, please call Moses 091-6254-0610, Wale 091-6292-7079, Praise 091-6269-9996, Adelanwa 081-2658-0784, or visit our website www.ecocity.edu.ng. 𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃 Polytechnic, building industry-ready professionals.
Yes, who are you?
What's up, Pop? I'm Young Love Booty, your daughter Nina's boyfriend.
God forbid.
Last month, Nina gave me this phone to repair, and she called asking me to return the SIM urgently.
Ah, that's my old 𝗃𝗃. Why didn't you say so before? Nina, dear, Young Love Booty is here.
Do anything to get your Airtel SIM back on if you haven't used it for 30 days or more. To enjoy 12 minutes voice call and 120 megabyte free on every recharge. Recharge 100 Naira and down. *141 *341 *1# now.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Broadcast Art Institute Supplementary Admissions 2022-2023. Few vacancies exist in the Departments of Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology for admission in the 2022-2023 session. If you scored 100 and above in the 2022-2023 UTME and have 5 relevant credits and have not gained admission, you can change over to the Broadcast Art Institute Lagos for National Diploma in Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology. The Broadcast Art Institute is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to offer national diploma programs in broadcast journalism and multimedia technology. You can visit our campus at number 38 Odofin Street, Igbogu, Ikorodu, Lagos, or call the following numbers: 0806 149 9992 or 0703 713 1166 or 0816 587 1415.
Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial. 98.3 FM. Don't touch the dial.
I still listen to your Drive Time, your number one Drive Time sports show on radio, Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. On YouTube it's Mainland 98.3 FM, and Facebook it's Mainland FM 98.3. Honestly, I've done this like thrice, right? But Dan is around to sit and put in a lot of effort into this, right? Alright, if you want to call in, feel free to do that right now. 09136600410. By the way, you have a message on WhatsApp from let me see. He said, I grew up wanting to be a referee. I wasn't allowed to play football, but a person was willing to look after me, so my mom suggested that I become a referee, and ever since I have loved it.
So you're a referee right now?
So are you a pro referee? Let me know. Yeah, are you a professional referee? Falon Balabalola call is coming through. Let's see if we can take this call. You probably have to call back. That call just disappeared. 09136600410. All right, let's talk Jordan Henderson. We did yesterday about Jordan Henderson, and the British media had the opportunity to respond this morning, because that interview dropped in just around when we started the show. Yeah, and you can trust the response from the British media, where he hasn't gone down with them. All of his response to the whole money not being a motivation, the LGBTQ plus community, and 𝗪𝗵𝗁𝗁 writes for the Evening Standard, and he said Jordan Henderson's answers over Saudi money spinner just doesn't add up, and that sums up how the British media have reacted to Jordan Henderson's thoughts with the Athletics David Ornstein and Aiden, what's the name again? Madam Croft or something?
It's quite unfortunate how these days the society just wants to tailor your pattern of existence. And I've always told people, the last thing you would ever hear me say is to tell someone I'm disappointed at you, because I've never at any point set a pattern of behavior for people. Jordan Henderson is an adult. If he chooses to support the LGBT, this is majorly about the LGBTQ. Let's be sincere with ourselves, because they feel like he's actually been one of the very top voices that actually spoken for them, a different opportunity. Like he also said that he has won the rainbow handband, he's won the rainbow lace, he's supported them, he's posted about them,
he's in Saudi Arabia.
He's donated for them, he's supported, and it's like dude feels he's done with Liverpool and he wants to move on. And I'm asking, what if he left Liverpool and then he probably didn't get a club? See, whether you like it or not, I think he's just a victim. He's just probably they just spotted a soft spot, and they're really going at him because he's an adult. It's his career, it's his life, it's his family, it's his choices, it's his decisions. And if he feels he wants to go to Saudi Arabia, I really don't think it makes any sense. Besides, he's not even the captain of the English national team, by the way, so it's not like he's the face of the future of the national team. He's almost on his way out of the team, he's almost on the way out of the side. So I'm trying to understand why it had to be Jordan Henderson alone. A lot of other players left, a lot of English players, a lot of them actually unknown from the championship moved to Saudi Arabia. Go and check the list. They also just about Jordan Henderson, and I'm trying to understand, why does it have to be the scapegoat? Why does it have to be about him? You said he rejected his explanation. Do that to even come out and lie that it's not about the money, just to please you people. Everybody knows about the money.
That's the part that's I mean, yes.
They literally boxed him to a corner to almost want to say, I didn't go because of the money, but we know it's about the money. Yes. £700,000 every Thursday.
Once again, it's debunked those 700,000 claims.
I don't think it was boxed in the corner. It might look like he's being scapegoated or whatnot, but I do not think so. I think it's just a case of accountability.
Accountability to who?
The one that put himself in this situation. He's ultimately the one that put himself in this situation.
How?
If you are a vocal representative for the LGBTQ rights, and you do something that they consider to be directly in contradiction to your
I'm trying to understand. Then wait, listen. Sorry to cut you, Tunde Young. The English national team, the Three Lions, have always been in strong position in respect to the LGBTQ. Remember when we were going to the World Cup, they had different jerseys for different days, and with at least one thing indicating support for LGBTQ.
And when they brought Jordan always stood out, even amongst the
so because wait. So now he has to be a victim of his own support. He has to be a victim of his own ideology. Wait. You said the LGBTQ community have the right to hold him accountable. How? You said to support them. If I withdraw my support for you, how am I supposed to?
Everything is not saying that he withdrew his support. That's the thing.
Did he make anything against them because he moved to Saudi Arabia, and the Saudi Arabia is being perceived to be against LGBT?
But the community is also saying,
why did they not come out of the Three Lions? Why did they not say the Three Lions should withdraw from the World Cup?
I think what's getting the community enraged is that also after during yesterday's interview, which was not by audio, I think it was just the written press, and he was insinuating that he has gone to Saudi Arabia to enact positive change
on that
but he concedes that it's just not one person, and therefore is unlikely and unable to change much, from a Saudi Arabia. That is what they're enraged about. That how dare you tell us in our face that you've gone to Saudi Arabia to be able to make positive change?
This sense of entitlement is what I can't deal with. Now you want me to put my own career, my decisions, my choice, my family at risk or at one side because you feel I support your goals or you think I support your ambitions. It's nonsensical. It's disturbing. It's distasteful. It's annoying.
I think I'm missing the point. If Anderson had come out yesterday to say exactly what you said, what you have said for the last 5-10 minutes, if Anderson had come out to say that, honest to God, I don't think I and any other reasonable person would have it.
Oh, I'm not reasonable, really.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, because I I decided to be a footballer.
Yeah.
I've been playing football. I've won the best I could win, and I think that okay, let me go and collect retirement benefit. But the opportunity came for me to collect retirement benefit. I spoke to my wife, I spoke to my kids, my family are ready to relocate. But because I support the LGBTQ community, I should be concerned about how they feel. About I
agree with you. You are not listening. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying if Henderson had said that in response to the criticism, I would understand it better than him still acting like, no, I'm still on your side. I'm just going to say
about his decision. He didn't make any statement to kick against the LGBT.
If you listen, you want to chime in on this, 09136600410 is the number to dial if you want to call in and drop your thoughts on this as well. But I don't know if this applies to Høyre, who has been sacked, and the reason the RFEF, who have an interim president, because Luis Rubiales is on a 90-day suspension by FIFA, they said the reason they are sacking him it's not because he's got allegiance to the suspended president, but because of structural changes. Just after winning the World Cup.
Thank God that we have records. I've said it on this show before, and I think even before the kissing incident. So I think Vida was going to go that way.
But do you agree it's going because of structural changes?
What structural changes? A team that just won the World Cup. A team that attended their third World Cup.
Let's take this caller real quick. Hello, caller. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, this is Shawan from Meta.
Alright, Shawan, welcome.
Yeah, for about Manchester United player Anthony, I don't know whether it's because of the money they are having. Why is only Manchester United? Anthony, I don't know whether it's because of the money they are having, whether there should be something to control it. And also, those people, they don't have a mentor. They don't have mentor.
Alright, thank you very much. Yeah, go on.
I was the one that won on Saturday.
On Saturday, I think, okay, not to worry. Michael will help confirm that, okay?
Yeah. Is this your number?
Is this your number?
Yeah, this is my number.
Alright, I will confirm that, okay? Thank you very much. Alright, Shala. Alright, have a great evening. 09136600410. And still on Luis Rubiales and I'll give you there by extension Jennifer Emoso. I was listening to Woody Allen. Woody Allen is a veteran filmmaker. He's 87 these days, and over the weekend, the Midnight in Paris filmmaker was in Paris, and he also shared his thoughts on this Luis Rubiales, development. And in an interview with Spanish language publication El Mundo, do you know what he said? He said that Rubiales should apologize to Hermoso, right? But he argued that Rubiales shouldn't lose his job over what he called just a kiss. Do you guys agree? Apologize and everybody moves on. I think there's been a crazy overreaction to this.
And I feel really bad about it.
There's been a very, and I find it
he just took the shine off the World Cup.
They put it up, they brought it upon themselves. They found the World Cup for the first time at this level of the game. And I thought that the country should be in a frenzy. And there's been an overreaction. Honestly, I don't care whose ox is good. There's a lot of overreaction to this situation.
The overreaction is
also as far as the sexual assault case against them. At the
end of the day, this came out 3 weeks after.
It's also fueled by Rubiales' reaction to the whole thing. If Rubiales, I don't know why we are acting like we did not all witness Rubiales act like he did not make a mistake and it is normal thing.
No, so now I'm talking
the whole time. No. Told my parents and then he put out a routine apology, and after how do you go back from that? If he himself had the responsibility to have ended it immediately, the thing happened.
But he what?
By apologizing to the player privately and publicly.
I'm supposed to apologize because of what the society think or because of what I feel is right.
Can I take this next one?
Perhaps don't kiss your employees.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise.
It's not that.
Hi, Timilaine. Welcome.
Good evening. What do you want him to say again?
Good evening, Timilaine.
What do you want Rubiales to say again? He came out at the first place now. He dropped a statement. So what do you want to say again? I just think they are just letting this thing overshine the World Cup, and I don't think they will win the World Cup again after sacking that coach. And again, I want to start with Mr. Wale.
Are you for that?
No, Timilaine.
There is no, it does not need that one. For laugh from Ota was perhaps not some people got it right. We know we mentioned that first person to give a combination of goal scorers. So for laugh from Ota is the person that got Alan Nassau to score.
And we go again, upper week, because there's no Premier League football this weekend. Thank you very much for calling. Still, actually, I was watching Premier League Net Busters yesterday, and until then, I didn't realize 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗁 scored for Brentford. He actually scored the second.
Beautiful goal.
I didn't know. All right, we're still taking your calls, but let's read some messages. Do we have some over there?
Yeah, some messages on YouTube. Babalola Abdulgafar says, I don't think there is any passion that led into being a referee in Africa, especially Nigeria. And most of those that are referees now are those who they don't pick to play usual Sunday sets. I
disagree.
That's what I thought.
My best friend is a referee.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a professional referee in Nigeria.
And was it passion driven?
It was passion. I mean, right from the beginning.
I feel like we would have done this. We have been on the show to talk to us about that. Anyway.
Yeah, right from the beginning. I just don't want to bring him to the eye of the storm here. Okay. But I mean, I knew him from a very, very young age, and he was a referee from.
Oh, nice. Okay, Ashefra says, good evening, guys. To the young guys on your neck, Babalo. Jordan says, be giving us lamba that he didn't go for the money. He worked for 700k a week, and Baba is saying he went there for change. Benjamin Benedict says, good evening, guys. Love your show. Thank you very much, Benjamin. We love you too.
All right, no Omo, by the way, just add that. Okay, can you add that to we love you, right?
I'm not Jordan Anderson.
Geez. All right, those are the messages we have for now. If you've got calls, feel free to also reach out to us via the calls. Yesterday we talked about Salah and was that the best time or the wrong time to replace him? How about we have a conversation this evening about how to replace your important players? I don't think there's a format for how to replace your best players leaving, but you still have to find a way to just fill the vacuum. And let me get started with OPEYEMI and Real have always lost their best players over time. You know, maybe they are done with they've achieved the whole lot and they have to move on. And do you think Real Madrid in recent years have been in this kind of position where their best player leaves and they have to find a way to replace?
Never. It's the hallmark of a great club.
Yeah, but always bringing in the best players.
Exactly. The best players are always available to play. I remember, I think early this morning, yesterday, Kepa was being asked if Bayern would have been a better option, and he said whether I like it or not, Madrid comes to you. It's a very easy choice. So it's what it is. Madrid can wake up.
You don't come to Madrid. Madrid comes to you.
Madrid comes to you. It's exactly what it is. So whether I like it or not, I mean, it's
also, I don't think Madrid has even ever really lost any player. Every good player.
That's what I'm saying.
It's on their own
it's always going to be a circle. This season we may choose to want to go for the Galacticos, just get the big players already, put them in, use them to get what we want to do. European dominance as usual. I mean, back to back Champions League. We let them go. We said to this time I want to build for the future, just like Madrid is doing right now. And there's always going to be the Camavinga, there's always going to be Tranoni, there's always going to be the Rodrigo Goes, there's the Vinicius Junior, of course. So it's always going to be that space. For me, I always feel that different ways you can actually ease out your best player. If the player has intentions of leaving Wale, it makes it easy for the club. But it depends on the pattern at which the player wants to leave. We're talking about 𝗪𝗫 𝗁 for Everton. I mean, hey, dude went to tell the manager Chondaj that his deal to Saudi Arabia was complete, and even the club did not sanction it. At the end of the day, he got his deal to Al-Attifaq. He moved 10 million pounds. He literally just forced himself out. He just was
about the linking to the hotel only to see Al-Attifaq to their
exactly. So that's what I think with Shabab there was a change in ownership or administration.
And kind of really affected William also. So for me, in case of Salah, I will tell you for a fact, if I own Liverpool, if I'm part of the FSG group, I will tell you for a fact, I don't think 150 is too much. I've won everything I could win with this player. I've won the Champions League. I've won the Premier League. What else do I want to win with this player?
Also, there's a bit of responsibility on Salah's part here because Salah is not necessarily pushing to leave.
But he's not particularly saying no as well.
If he asks the fact that Salah wants to leave, then Liverpool will be like, okay, this is a 31-year-old player that has given us his all. We should cash in on the player that wants to leave and take 250.
But you don't sell your best player in the midst of the season when the transfer window is closed. That's exactly the plan.
If Salah puts it transfer request.
Deadline day Saudi Arabia is 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
That's Salah transfer request.
And so far so good. Today has been very dry from a Salah point of view in terms of the news coming out. But let's still talk about trying to replace best players. And I think a couple of clubs have tried that even this season. Let's start West Ham. Lost Declan Rice, who is a very integral member of the squad. They got 100 million for all of their efforts on Declan Rice, and they went on trying to replace him. At a point in time, they were the only Premier League club not to have bought a player.
And then all of a sudden they bring in
Edson Alvarez, bring in James Ward-Prowse, Mohamed Kudus, Who else comes in too? But I mean, those three major players have come in and they've slotted in well. But how were they able to navigate that and not fall into the pitfall Tony Young like likes of Spurs fell into? I mean, Spurs sold Harry Kane, you know, like they always say in the UK, they sold Elvis to buy the Beatles, brought in about 9 players, Eric Lamela, Paulinho. It was built, yeah. Brought in Lamela, brought in Paulinho.
Actually, they call him Fantastic Seven.
Gnabry, Charlie, Eriksen.
Eriksen, brought in Soldado, brought in Vlad. Very interesting.
They brought in Paulinho as well.
Brought in Eric Lamela and all that.
We'll basically mention all of those players, and they bought them for about that 100 million they got for Bale, but it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out with Spurs?
I think obviously there are multiple ways to replace the keeper. It just ultimately depends on what the coach wants to achieve going forward.
And do you even replace the player, or you try to get a group of players who could help you just make up for
that's what Spurs did, and it did not work.
No, I don't think Spurs did. I think the team that probably did that was Villa when they lost Jack Grealish. So Grealish brought creativity, he brought speed, and he brought a bit of goals, right? And what did they do? They brought in Leon Bailey, who could give them speed. They brought in Emile Biendia, who could give them creativity, and they brought in Danny Ings, right? But they could bring goals.
So there had always been a problem with Villa at the time that they were too Grealish centric. So it was even a case of
let us so basically one three players who could give them what Grealish could give them in one.
And so it's a good deal.
And maybe it worked out a bit. Danny Ings didn't work out. Bailey still
Danny Ings worked out for his time. He has never been the double figure player. I mean, every time from Liverpool to Southampton,
it was not like he was even the consistent star.
Exactly. Most time when he's been needed, he had actually chipped in 1 or 2 of those goals.
But back to Spurs, 7 players from 6 different countries. It was always going to be difficult to work out.
Yeah, it was actually. I think for what is what, when you lost a big player, you've lost that. Remove your mind from him. Focus on your current squad. What do we have? What do we need to make this squad work? Don't actively be trying to look for who can we come in. If you look at players who are more similar, you look at someone like 𝗪𝗏, so it's not into the hazard. It doesn't even come close to the level of quality. So what you do, you just change the setup entirely and play to the strength of what you currently have. Forget about the players.
And maybe that is what this new Spurs are doing. They've lost Harry Kane, but they've changed the style. They've changed the manager. And they've brought in Maddison, brought in Brennan Johnson, and what's the other Mackie guy was coming? Maddison, Brennan Johnson. But they didn't. Dougie also joined. A big shout to Dougie. But they were not looking for a direct replacement for Harry Kane, but they changed the style.
And it makes it a little easier because the manager that is coming in didn't particularly have a fixed pattern. And so it was a case of, I mean, he's left. Harry Kane is left. I'm here now. Let me impose my style. I probably don't want to put all of the effort on Harry Kane. Fantastic addition will have been for Tottenham. But do we all agree that Tottenham looks like a better team? Maybe not particularly challenge for the Premier League, but hey, it looks like a team that won't fade off. I mean, there are times that as early as match day 10, you already feel like Tottenham is definitely not going to be in the mix this season. But with the way they've actually set out right now, it looks like it's a team that will probably just be there somewhere along the line.
So if Salah is going to leave, if Liverpool are going to try to replace him next summer, right, or probably start it.
They've got a manager that has been there for 8 years.
Now that manager might also be preparing for his sabbatical. Remember, he's been talking about one of Liverpool.
He's still here.
But how do you think Liverpool should go about whatever they get from Salah proceeds? If they get the 20 million, should they try to find a next Salah? Or do they try to bring in another set of about 5, 6, 7 players? What do you think Liverpool should be doing?
We already spoke about it. Obviously, they still need to sign an actual right winger at some point. But it doesn't mean that the right winger will be the focal point of the team the way Salah was. The right winger can just be a part of the team. If it turns out, as you said, Bakayoko, he's still very young. You can't put your hopes in him as him. But you can trust what he can produce. But he brought in someone like Moussa Diaby, who is also positionally the same style of player as Salah, not nearly enough productivity in terms of in relation to Salah. But like the point is that your focal points can change. You have players for each position every match, regardless of who you play. If it's Aguero that is there, you will be there. But your focal points of the team will change. You can share the sugar around your entire front line. It can be Jota, it can be Luis Diaz, it can be Darwin Núñez. But the point is, it does not have to be. Madrid does this better than everybody else. When Ronaldo left, everybody thought that Hazard, this is not the time for you to brag. Everybody thought that Hazard was.
You can't tell me what to brag. You're Chelsea fan.
Even when Hazard came in and was supposed to be, we knew he could not have been the Ronaldo. But you expected that he will be the new face of the team.
I'm telling you from where it was coming from.
Even though in a different way, even though the difference they said that it will be the new focal point, maybe not with the goals, but it will be the creative outlet of the team. The team will flow through him. They took it another way entirely.
Let's take this next caller. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening. All right, please do call us back. 0913600410. We're heading towards the end of the show. We've got about 2-3 minutes left. Probably accommodate 1 or 2 more calls before we go. It looks like we're done with our messages on YouTube and Facebook. 0913600410. Tomorrow on the show, the international break always affords us an opportunity to take a look back at 1 or 2 interesting topics, and we're approaching Ballon d'Or season, right? Messi or Haaland, who should be winning the Ballon d'Or? I think we'll have that conversation tomorrow on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3. We're looking at 52 goals and World Cup winner Darren Bent was asked today on Talk Sports, what would you rather prefer, a treble, a World Cup? And he says no brainer, it's a World Cup. But hey, who knows? Tunde Young might probably prefer.
They actually asked Bukayo Saka a couple of days back the same question: 3 Champions League or the FIFA World Cup, and he said 3 Champions Leagues.
Wow,
exactly. Check it out. He said 3 Champions League ahead of the World Cup.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, my name is 𝗬𝗵𝘂.
Alright, 𝗬𝗵𝘂, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from 𝗬𝗵𝘂.
Alright, 𝗬𝗵𝘂, you have the floor going.
Yeah, please, can you give me the update on the Mo Salah transfer?
Alright, the update on Mo Salah transfer is no update. Nothing yet.
Right.
Alright, but the Saudis are in town since last weekend, but the transfer deadline day for the Saudi Pro League is tomorrow, 10 p.m. Maybe there'll be moves tonight. We hear that they're preparing about £215 million bid for Mo Salah, but so far so good, nothing yet to report on that situation. Alright, hello, good evening. Hello. Hi, good evening. Alright, please do call us back. We'll take one more call. I'm sure I think we've exhausted time already on that call. We won't be able to do that anymore. But from the US Open, Aryna Sabalenka should have punched a ticket into the semis. Let me see if she's beaten Zonky. Alright, she's done it. 6-1, 6-4. She's done it, and that'll be the final salvo on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM. Maybe tomorrow let's talk about 𝗧𝗂's reemergence. 4 games in La Liga, and guess what? 𝗧𝗂 has ended as the man of the match in all 4 matches. Even in the game they lost, he was still the man of the match. What could be behind the renaissance of this guy who for about a year didn't even play football? They didn't earn a salary, and at the point in time had a scuffle with Monchi, who these days is at Aston Villa while he was at Sevilla. We'll discuss that hopefully tomorrow on Sports Cruise. Tunde Young, thank you very much for coming through. OPEYEMI also, thank you very much.